What's going on, Fud Nation, and welcome back. Today, we are looking at the possibility, according to one of the most prolific Bitcoin chart analysts, that we are entering into the fourth parabolic phase of Bitcoin's explosive lifetime. As usual, I'm Elio Trades. You're watching FUD TV. If you're not already subscribed to FUD TV, do me a favor, hit that sub button, as we will be giving away a free Ledger Nano S as soon as we hit 30,000 subscribers, which is literally within spitting distance. It's about to happen this week. So leave a comment, any comment in the comment section below, and you could win yourself a free Ledger Nano S. We're also going to be covering some of the top news around the crypto space. So if you're excited, throw a like on this video and strap in for another great episode of FUD TV. Now you can see here on the Bitcoin chart, we're up 5% on the day. We've definitely showed some signs of life. Mainly, we're just consolidating in this massive wedge that has been the case ever since really late June, about June 26th. A great day in Bitcoin's history on this massive bull run. But as you can see, it's just been stagnation and consolidation. And speaking of late June, I want to talk about someone named Peter L. Brandt. Peter's a legendary stock trader and chart analyst from the Wall Street era, and now he's here in Bitcoin land offering up his expertise. Now, just to build some credibility for Peter Brandt here, I want you to know that this guy's gotten some things very right. For example, on January 28th, 2018, Brandt put out a tweet. General TA rule, violation of parabolic advance leads to 80+% decline in value. If general rule is followed, BTC should retrace to under $4,000. Note, this tweet does not make me a hater. So, obviously in Bitcoin land, we feel like anyone who's calling for big pullbacks is a hater. I get it, but let's look here at the chart he's drawn out. He likes to do very simplistic chart analysis when he actually does tweets, which I like. It makes it easier to follow. Here you have the parabolic advance, that ended here in, late 2013, and there was an 87% decline from that. And then he's showing the second parabolic advance, and you can see this violation, and he called this out right as Bitcoin was just started the decline of 2018. It had just started the bear market. And he had said, hey, really we should end up at about 3,900 or slightly lower than that, because it was an 80+% decline. So that was what he called out back in January of 2018. And I'm sure if you knew that in January, you would have been able to make some great moves. Just saying, Peter Brandt has gotten some things right. Jumping ahead to June 30th of this year, Brandt was showing that we were essentially having a similar difficulty that he compared to the NASDAQ charts, the NASDAQ 100 in 99-2000. And he essentially showed that we could be potentially approaching another crash. And he showed these levels here. And obviously, he didn't make any conclusions here. He's just saying, hey, just looks like we're showing potential signs of a true dip. Wouldn't you know it, we pulled back to about 9,000 from the high 12,000 since that tweet. That might not constitute a crash in everyone's minds, but it's significant as far as a pullback. Now, onto the real meat of the day. Now, if you're excited for a very positive spin from Mr. Peter L. Brandt, then do me a favor and smash that like button right now and leave a comment. Let me know how excited you are about Peter saying some very positive things about Bitcoin after unfortunately being all too right about some big pullbacks in Bitcoin's past. Because today, Peter Brandt said, possibility that BTC has entered the fourth parabolic phase. Now, I want to bring this chart up a little bigger so you can see. He's got a swooping curve here that he uses to sort of characterize the last three parabolic phases in Bitcoin's history. He calls the sort of 2010 to 2012 phase its own parabolic run with a huge pullback. Then the same that ended just before 2014, and then the same with the phase that ended really at the end of 2017. And here we have, again, another swooping line that if we zoom in on here, if you look at Bitcoin, it historically hits the top of these parallel black bars, which form a little bit of a range. And he's essentially showing that this red line could have us swooping up towards what looks like, because this is a logarithmic chart, if you've noticed, it exponentially grows here on the right axis. But at the same time, we can see that Bitcoin would probably be sitting somewhere in this $100,000 range based on Peter L. Brandt's chart analysis if it ends up here at the top section of this black bar parallel range. I think that's very interesting. I also can see here, don't take the red swoop as a necessary prediction, because we can see that Bitcoin did not achieve the full swoop on the last few parabolic runs up, but it did always hit the top of this black bar range. So I'm interested to see if we hit the top of this black bar range, within a couple of years, we could be looking at a potential 6-figure Bitcoin, which would fit right in with a lot of the predictions and analysis that we've seen from very respected members of the community, including, hey, sometimes FUD TV. So if you're excited for a potential Bitcoin bull run to surpass a six-figure Bitcoin price, leave me a like on this video and comment in the comment section below. Are you guys a fan of Peter Brandt? Do you support his message? Do you believe in what he says? Do you think he's a hater? Do you think he's a lover? What do you think of Peter Brandt? What do you think of this price prediction as being a potential parabolic phase that carries us to a six-figure Bitcoin? Let me know in the comment section below. Hopping on to some interesting crypto news from the day, we have Bitwala, a German Bitcoin wallet company that has essentially made it so that you can open up a German bank account that is synced to a Bitcoin account, and they do it very seamlessly. It's very interesting the way they've set it up. A quote from the company says, with Bitwala, your Bitcoin are booked directly on the blockchain via a multi-signature wallet. This is another way of saying that hacking Bitwala is as useless as breaking the blockchain itself, and that our customers are fully in control of their Bitcoin wallets at all times. Therefore, we are the safest way to buy, sell, and store Bitcoin, now even on your smartphone. I think this is interesting. Again, I have this debate with people that, essentially banks are not going to disappear. They're going to evolve with cryptocurrency. People don't always want to store their own coins. They don't want to manage their own cryptocurrency. They don't want to manage all their wealth and be responsible if something happens. They want to have someone to call and say, hey, you were supposed to be taking care of this for me. So I think there's still a desire to have people manage your wealth, to not be responsible for your whole family's, wealth and well-being. I think there's definitely a desire there. So I think banks will evolve, and I think these are different iterations that I find very interesting. What do you guys think? Do you think banks are going to die, or do you think there will be an evolution in this space, much like what we're seeing here with this Bitwala app? Next, the infamous Craig Wright court case about who is the real Satoshi and what should be done with over 1 million Bitcoin is going to see another leg in court, as Craig Wright is going to challenge this court order requiring him to pay 500,000 Bitcoin to the Kleinman estate. Now, most people hate Craig Wright. I'm not a big fan, obviously, as he's really tarnished the name of Satoshi, and it's pretty clear that he's not Satoshi, and that after all these back and forths, it just seems like he's a negative presence in the space, and this 500,000 Bitcoin may very well end up sort of tugging on the price of Bitcoin for some time. I personally think that it'll have to be done OTC, because it would be silly if they just try to market sell, 500,000 Bitcoin on the exchange, which will completely wreck the books and bring the price absolutely crashing down. So I think it's pretty interesting. I don't think this is going to wreck the Bitcoin price. I think this will take a long time to play out, but I think it's also kind of fascinating to see these court cases playing out. Do you think Craig's going to end up paying the Bitcoin? How do you think it's going to affect the Bitcoin price? What will be the resolution in the end? Let me know in the comment section below. And finally, everyone's favorite Bitcoin lover, Roger Ver. I'm just kidding. Roger Ver is definitely controversial. I've had him here on the channel to speak his mind. I want to bring him back now because he just opened up a new crypto exchange where they're actually going to pay you to trade. That's right. Bitcoin.com is launching a negative fee rate for their crypto exchange. So a quote here: for a 3-month promotional period, traders will benefit from negative 0.3% fees. According to Chowdhury, this encourages newcomers to, quote, get paid to trade. The negative fee promotion is valid on up to $1 million worth of cumulative trades per account. Meaning, if you trade $1 million, then you could earn yourself thousands of dollars in fees that you've racked up just from trading. To me, this seems like a real invitation to go wash trade the poop out of this exchange. I just couldn't imagine why someone wouldn't want to just rapidly trade $1 million worth of Bitcoin back and forth and rack up those fees. 1% of $1 million is, of course, $10,000, and 0.3% would be $3,000. So you could just rapidly wash trade back and forth and make $3,000 from it. You could probably do that in a day's time. Interesting stuff here. I'm not sure how this is going to play out, but this is clearly a way of Roger Ver sinking a lot of money into a new initiative. And it just shows how much he's willing to stimulate the cryptocurrency ecosystem, albeit his own projects, but he's a big investor in the space. How do you guys feel about negative fees here on Bitcoin.com's exchange? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys are looking for some good news, finally some good news, you can feed birds with cryptocurrency. That's right. There is a live bird feeder here. It is in Slovakia, Poprad. You can feed some birds. You can send $50 in cryptocurrency. There are the QR codes right there. Feed the birds, guys. Feed the birds. Also, Samsung is now doubling down on their blockchain agenda, which I absolutely love. I was blown away as to see how much they had put in the S10, and it looks like they're going to be betting big on blockchain phones and their plans to present a new idea at the upcoming SDC Developer Conference in California. The tech behemoth will be speaking to US smartphone developers about this concept in October. From what I can tell, they're just trying to make it super easy for you to prop up Bitcoin nodes, mine cryptocurrency, trade, hold, manage cryptocurrency. They want to make it seamless right through the most useful device in anyone's life, their phone. And I think that's big, and it's going to hopefully propel the Apple camp to do the same. We have seen that, in my opinion, Samsung, from a technology standpoint, has been rapidly outpacing the Apple fam. Obviously, I think that Apple still holds a significant upper hand as far as UI and just that feeling that you get when you use the phone, but that is rapidly becoming less important as the technology surges further and further ahead on the Samsung side. And me, as a blockchain lover, makes me want to hop over and try out this new Samsung family of phones. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys Samsung gang, Apple gang? What do you think of Samsung really leading here in the blockchain integration space? Let me know. And finally, we have Manny Pacquiao cashing in on his fame with his own cryptocurrency. We saw a lot of this in the sort of 2017 bull run, where people were sort of tokenizing their own, fan experiences, their whole personal lives, and allowing people to get access to things, special things through their cryptocurrency. We saw this with sports teams. I think this will continue to happen. And I liken this very much so to the advent of websites. There were fan websites, there were special access websites, and some of these websites became very popular. You have certain influencers online that are extremely popular, others that are very much so less popular. And like websites, cryptocurrencies will have some very popular ones and some not so popular ones, and they will have everything in between. And I think this would be a very interesting example of just cryptocurrency being used for a very specific purpose. Hey, it might be successful. We will see. Are there any Manny Pacquiao fans in the stands right now? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Is anyone going to buy up some Manny Pacquiao coin? Well, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, smash that like button. Don't miss out on the Ledger Nano S giveaway. Leave a comment in the comment section below. As usual, I'm Elio Trades, you're watching Flood TV, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.